Hello, I'm Katherine Murphy, the moderator for this League of Women Voters candidate interview. I'm joined by Cathy Cook, who is running for Roslyn City Council, position 4. The ground rules for this event were shared earlier with Cathy and are posted in the description below. The interview consists of an opening statement, followed by 3 questions and a closing statement. All candidates running for this position were invited to be interviewed. So let's get started. Cathy, you have 60 seconds for your opening remarks.
Hi, my name's Cathy Cook, and I'm running for re-election to the Roslyn City Council. I moved to Roslyn in 2010 with my husband, Glenn Rudolph, and our various cats and dogs. I love it here. I love the history, the sense of community, the surrounding forest. I love it. I've been on council the last 4 years, and before that, I was 3 years on the Planning Commission and 4 years on the Citizens Advisory Committee for the Roslyn Urban Forest. My father was a timber cruiser, and my uncles were loggers, so I've had a particular interest in forestry issues. Change is inevitable. Development is coming to our area, but it's possible to balance economic progress with our need to preserve what we love about Roslyn. Let's keep Roslyn real.
Thank you. So here's the first question. Every winter, snow blocks access to curb cuts and sidewalks. What can the city do to ensure accessibility year-round? And you have 90 seconds.
Well, I've got a lot of faith in our current public works crew. They've done a really great job of keeping everybody's access, available. The curb cuts issue is a real problem. When I was on the Planning Commission, we actually tried to get the granting agency for the curb cuts and the bulb outs downtown to back off on forcing us to put those bulb outs out into the middle of the street, but they wouldn't go for it. So we basically had to accept that, and consequently they do get battered by the snow plows. The other thing the city is publishing a route so that people can see when and where the snow plows come. And I'd encourage everybody to consult that if they haven't, no one's looking at it right now, of course, because it's summer, but come winter, it's good for everyone to know where, which routes will be given first. So I'm just hoping for an easy winter.
Okay, thank you. So the second question is, affordable housing is in short supply. What steps can the city council take to address this? And you have 90 seconds.
Oh, that's a tough question. And it's not just, it seems to us like it's horrible here, which it is, but it's actually, nationwide, everywhere is screaming about this. We here have, the city council recently voted to lower the requirement that accessory dwelling units need to have a separate septic water hookup. So that will lower costs for landlords who choose to build small accessory units in their backyard, and we're hoping some of that will happen. I'd also say that when I was on the Planning Commission, we actually managed to bring forward a restriction against vacation rentals in the residential zones. And I think that has also helped. Obviously, we need to do more, and we can't do it by ourselves. We need to go to the granting agencies and see who can help us, because it's just an ongoing problem. And I would also point out that Pennsylvania Place provides 30 low-cost housing units downtown, and that's considerable. Thanks.
Thank you. So the third question is this: due to climate change, has the city done enough to prepare citizens for catastrophic weather events? And what do you think that needs to happen to improve? And you have 90 seconds.
Okay, well, for Roslyn, we're preparing for a wildfire, obviously. Our town is surrounded on 3 sides by forest, much of it belonging to the city. We are all familiar with the fire-wise burning that's been done over the last few years to reduce the amount of available fuel in the event of fire. There will be more of that burning this fall. Our fire department has done a stellar job of securing funding for firewising in the Roslyn urban forest. Now what needs to be done is for each of us to consider our own property within town and to work to lessen the fuel load there. To that end, a wildfire resiliency committee headed by Doug Johnson is working to advise citizens and neighborhoods how best to do that. As for evacuation routes out of town, the city is improving the dirt road through the number 4 mine site that leads to Ducktown. That road will be gated and opened only in case of emergency in order to, help protect the neighborhood. This is all an ongoing process. We are learning as we go forward, and we need everyone to help out with this. Thank you.
Thank you. It's now time for your closing statement. You have 60 seconds.
Okay, thanks. In closing, I'd like to talk about a CLELM issue that will profoundly affect Roslyn, and that is the 47 Degrees North project proposed for the land across from Suncadia along Bullfrog Road. Many of you have signed letters in opposition to this project, and more than once at this point. We're not done yet, though. The critical step and the last chance for us to weigh in will be at a public meeting before a hearing examiner sometime in early 2024. It's essential we pack the hall and show our opposition to this project. The CLELM City Council has the final word, and they will vote on it sometime in the spring. Thanks to all of you who have raised your voice in defense of our community. Let's stop this thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Cathy Cook, for participating in this interview and for offering to serve our community as Roslyn City Council member. Position 4, for those watching, remember to check at votewa.gov to be sure you are registered to vote. All interviews will be linked in the Kittitas County League of Women Voters Voters Guide, which can be found at kittitasleague.org. Thank you for voting in this election.